Hello, dear ones. I just wanted to pop in to wish all of you a beautiful holiday season, whatever you may celebrate. Please enjoy it. And I felt the urge to share something about the holidays and the ugly little duckling syndrome, as I called it, while a telephone call yesterday with a friend of mine. And this topic is true for all of the year, but while the holiday season, when families and friends come together, it is very plain to see. This friend of mine, we know each other since we have been really young women and freshly married, and we reflected on these times when we try to find the perfect presents for the people. We've been cleaning up the house since weeks and cooking and baking, so everything would be perfect. And buying expensive dresses to dress up, and how difficult this has been on us, what a pressure had been on us, and we were really suffering because we were afraid that we would get a nasty comment, maybe she and her father-in-law making a nasty comment about her dress not being up to his level, what he expected. And I was afraid maybe my father-in-law, he would find a spot that I didn't clean up properly, and how we try to be perfect. And it's been the same topic with the families we have been born in and the families we have married in, because there was this resonance and this topic that had to show up again and again and again until we finally got it. And the topic was, we have been ugly little ducklings, never good enough. Whatever we did, it's never been good enough. We've never been worthy enough. Our gifts have never been taken with grace or accepted with grace. I'm sure most of you are familiar with this fairy tale where this little duckling was never quite right, until in the end it turns out that the little ugly duckling has been a swan. It has been a swan baby. So how can you be accepted in a duck family if you are a swan? And the tricky part of that is, there are enough familiarities that you think you have to fit in, because they both enjoy the water and swimming and they have feathers, and so you think you belong to them and you have to fit in, while you're not. And while we try to be on the outside, what we assume, sometimes we just assume that this is needed from us to behave in a special way, but very often there's really a pressure to behave in a special way, to dress in a special way, to fit in. And drop that, really drop that. Take away all of this pressure. Just be yourself. You cannot be something you are not, and you will never be able to prove your worth. You have to find it inside of yourself. And I also want to share that please also release the others, because when we fight for our own worth, we might also try to convince the other that their way of living and their point of view is not right. And that's a mistake that I have made myself quite often also. That when I realized, okay, I'm not the way people expect me to be, that I try to share my point of view and convince them that this is a better way to live. And I had to learn that this is also not okay, because everybody has to be themselves. And in case this is not compatible somehow, well, we do ourselves a favor if we observe this and think about it, if we might find a way to get along with each other. And if not, the best we can do is make a statement with not giving the present of our presence. If people cannot really appreciate our presence, we shouldn't gift ourselves to them. It's a waste of time and energy, really it is. Instead, the holidays and life in itself, because all of what I've shared is true all of the year, because the holidays and our celebration and life should be celebrated. And that's the reason why you see a tree behind me. Also, I'm not into Christianity anymore, and I'm celebrating the year that lies behind me, and with all of the ups and downs, and I celebrate being alive. And for me, the holiday season has always been special. As my first name, Natalie, I was given because I was supposed to come in to incarnate on Christmas. But I suppose I felt that I would not be warmly welcomed. So it took me a little bit longer. So I came in with 2 weeks delay at the last minute. But I always enjoy this season very much, and I always start to celebrate already at the solstice. Here in the northern hemisphere, it's the darkest day because there's almost no sunlight, and I love this symbol, how when we think everything is dark, there's a light coming in. And of course the people in the southern hemisphere, they have the pendulum swinging around in the other direction. And life is about these rhythms, and I love to celebrate the rhythms of life more than holidays that are given by any system. But I also I take any chance to celebrate. So I think I will continue with celebrating Christmas too. And I hope you celebrate who you are, and you celebrate your own life, and try to share it with those people who really enjoy this and who really love you the way you are. And you don't always have to love everything about the other, but there has been this inner acceptance of the other in its core. I can love someone and not like everything these people do, but it will not change that I love these people. And celebrate from the inside out. If you feel like dressing up, then dress up. And if you feel like, no, I don't want to, I want to stay in my pajama, then do this. You know, you don't have to be something because of a date or because of the expectations of other people. Be yourself. And I know we fear this because we fear this rejection and abandonment and the judgment, but actually it's a moment of great truth, and it's really liberating, and it gives you the time and the space to celebrate who you are, to express who you are. And in this way, when you shine your inner your inner starlight from the inside out, it will attract those who are of your own kind, and they will love to be around you and be with you and spend time with you, with all of your quirkiness and weirdness. So that's what I wanted to share. If you show your ugly little duckliness, it will turn out that you are the beautiful swan. And sending a huge hug out to all of you, and hope you have a great time, and see you next time around. Here, Natalie, bye.